So recently I've been chatting with my guides, channeling some messages, receiving some messages, and stepping into faith is likely one of the most important and most crucial decisions, choices we can make for ourselves and our life journeys. And there was a profound truth that was shared with me that almost made all of my fears that I've ever experienced or still are navigating even to this very moment of now, suddenly illuminated. It's like suddenly just, I can see how they're interconnected. I can see where they came from, and I can see why they have existed. And it is this: the destination, because it is unseen, is what makes it scary. This is what my guides shared with me. And as I sat there and reflected and then continue to reflect after the fact, much after the fact, that is so profoundly true. Some of our fears, as we know, they can pop up because we know what's coming and we don't want it, or we want to get out of it, or we want to change it. But at least from my life experience, the scariest fears that I have attempted to navigate are because of the unknown or the unseen. And when we're navigating these fears, this is where getting stuck comes from, or where getting stuck happens. And it's in these exact worries or fears that then, because we're stuck, it compounds. I'm sure y'all can relate to this at some moment of your individual life journeys. It just feels like getting stuck gets even worse, gets even more stuck. But allow me to share something that they also shared with me, that out of the fear, out of the unknown, out of the doubt, you are still supported. You are still loved, and you are still going to make it on your journey. That the fear of failure is often the thing that cripples us the most, because we don't realize, we don't remember, we don't connect with that we are constantly, relentlessly 24/7, 365, like all moments of now, y'all. We are supported. And the magic comes from the faith that we basically step into. We choose that it's almost, well, truly, it is a sacred invitation for us to step into faith, to almost activate our guides, activate the things that we have set our hearts out to do or to accomplish or to see out or see through. We most literally activate this through faith, as my guides continued. Yet this is where faith, this is where trust, this is where allowing comes through, appears. These are opportunities. These are invitations to step into faith, to step into belief. So believe it or not, these things that happen where we are cranking up the fear, the fear fire, and we're not sure what to do, and things get more and more stuck, where we kind of go into the analysis paralysis. These are the moments. These are where our invitation, literally our most precious invitation, most sacred invitation lies. And when we open it and we step into the faith, we step into the belief, we actually activate the support that already exists, that we sometimes either can't see because we're not paying attention, or we might be so tuned into the emotions and so tuned into the fear that we are blinded by that we cannot see it. But that is the moment. That is when the shift happens. And then for me, kind of the crescendo, if you will, of this gorgeous moment, this gorgeous realization, this gorgeous kind of pinnacle point was this. Yet if the human being looked back at all of the pre-steps, the former steps of the same trajectory, if they see that what they will happens, they would understand that there is nothing to fear. Y'all, this is confirming the power of our creation, the power of us being creators. What we will or will to happen will happen. So So if we will it so that we are going to make it, we are going to identify it, that the solutions will come available, that we are walking in faith and belief, and that those things that are necessary will pop up on our path, by golly, they will. Or if we will that we're not sure and we're going to get cloudy and there's going to be a lot of judgment and there's going to be a lot of misunderstanding and there's going to be a lot of frustration and there's going to be a lot of craziness, then by golly, that will happen. So my guides were reinforcing that if we actually take a moment to look back, which I know doesn't exist, but we're going to do it. In our humanness, we're going to look back to those moments where things happened. Ask yourself, invite yourself to contemplate. What was I telling myself? What was the narrative that I was telling others? What stories, what fears, what confusion points were coming up in these moments? What were they? Because I bet you, if we're honest, we can see that what we willed to happen, maybe it was in the beginning, maybe it was towards the middle when things got really sticky, maybe it was towards the end when we threw in the towel. What we willed actually happened. And we might say that, oh, well, I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't wish something horrible on myself. This is where the belief that we hold in our heart becomes imperative. Because even if we are saying out loud, I have faith, I'm okay, everything's going to be okay, this is going to be great, right? We might receive these things and broadcast these things to our friends, to our, colleagues, whoever it may be. But if that truly is, you are 100% of the time focusing on that, then what are you holding in your heart? Because there might be a fear that you are holding in your heart that is bigger and bolder and badder and hosts or holds more gravity, that is being broadcast from your heart and not, let's say, your voice box, your throat. That what you are saying from your throat are the things that you want to hear or that you're desperately trying to hear because you're trying to talk over the script or the record that's playing, unfortunately, in your heart space. And if this is the case, then this is a belief that we can simply just release. It is not serving our highest good any longer. I see you. I understand that, you're playing it because you care about me and you want to make sure I'm safe, but this is no longer safe. This is no longer relevant. This is no longer what I choose for my experience. So what my guides invited me to do, and I am sharing outwardly to you, my dear friend, is that what we host in our heart, what we believe, what we have faith in, even if it can be backwards in a sense of it is fueled by fear and we believe it's going to be coming true and happening, that is us willing it into existence. And I will say this with a little asterisk, because there are things that we go through or navigate in our life experiences that we did plan ahead of time. Maybe it was karmic, maybe it was something we set out to experience. That maybe right now as a human, we're like, no, I don't want to experience that. Just kidding. JK. Unsend, that we might need to navigate. But this is when we ask our guides for guidance. We ask for clarity. Why would I want to seek this experience? And maybe I don't choose that any longer. And here's why. Or understanding that this is the pathway forward because of this, this, and this. And because of this, it will open this door to which this is exactly where I want to be, which is likely the case. We just need to do some investigating and connecting. There are reasons and methods to what is being selected, where we're being basically pulled. But what my guides also reminded me of is that we are, through the power of free will, able to choose. That there may be an invitation and there can be change. And things can then instantly change. Instantly, the perspective changes. That there's always an invitation from our guides to seek, to understand, to learn more information, to get more information. Yet all we need to do is ask. So as I depart from this message with you at this moment, this beautiful moment of now, allow this to seep in, that stepping into belief and faith is not only saying it, but holding it in your heart, believing it. And if there's something that will not let you believe it, something you can't get your mind around it, you can't get your heart around it, there's something then existing in your current belief system that is not allowing it to be. And remember, what we believe, what we have faith in, is what comes to fruition. We have belief and faith that we're strong. We have belief and faith that we can persevere. We have belief and faith that things will work out for our highest goods, whatever it may be. We have that. And we have guides that are there, willing and able to assist us, to guide us, to provide us clarity, and to provide us with vision. Even if it is just that next moment, that next step, we can continue to walk in belief and faith, one step at a time. I'm sending you so much love and light, my dear friend. And until next time.